Welcome to Rusty Normality. My name is Aaron, joined as always with Travis from Howie Games, Cody from Stealing Life. We are starting this podcast, number 82. We've done this 82 times, guys.
Is it?
82.
Consistently every week. Haven't missed a week.
Haven't missed a fucking week.
Never miss a week. We would never do something like that.
Can this be more uppy?
We do it for the kids.
For the
What kids?
The kids?
Who has kids?
Dalton.
What?
Dalton has kids?
And Johnny D. Dalton has kids.
Or are they the kids?
Perhaps.
They are the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Dalton just also has a kid.
Oh, you can turn him down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys had me like in the echo background for this entire last episode.
Really? I don't remember that.
No,
I have brain issues.
I think we caught it like 5 minutes in.
Did we catch it midway?
I usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear it.
Because I keep my thing off my
Nobody cares
ear, so
about
yeah.
this conversation.
If they like us, they're here for our behind the scenes.
All right.
I
have a question. All right.
No.
So
now I'm mad.
No. If people
That's
who are
CTE
watching,
talking.
I'm speaking to the people who are actually watching
It's not
this.
talking to us anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you guys.
I don't want to talk to us.
We're just here sitting.
Just,
for no
I'll talk
reason.
to you, Cody.
I
How
have a
you
quick
doing
question. Would you be interested if we had a private Discord server you guys could jump on and actually listen to us do a podcast live? You wouldn't be able to obviously
Nobody wants
say
to do
things,
that.
but you'd be able to hear us and you could actually comment and we'd comment back on your stuff. And we could kind of have somewhat of an interactive podcast. I thought that would be kind of a cool idea. Let us know. And I'm doing this right at the beginning so anyone
it's a
who actually
live
pays attention.
stream cast?
No, it's not a live stream cast. They just be able to they listen to us do this on the Discord.
A lot of podcasts actually do that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
But
know it
are
was
we
thing,
playing
but
a
it makes
video
sense.
game?
No, what are you talking about?
Because you have to play a video game if it's live and people are talking.
We're not streaming
We're
it.
not streaming it. It's just they hang out in the Discord.
And
Listen, guys, I'm a professional. I know how this works. You have to play a video game
Okay.
if you do stuff.
Okay, we'll play a video game, Travis.
while podcasting.
Okay.
While podcasting, while hanging out in the Discord.
So is that how we're going to multitask now? Instead of actually just doing the podcast, we're going to start the podcast, play a video game,
Yeah.
stream that video game while the Discord is going and people are chatting with us on Discord. That way we can have a video and a podcast
That is
video.
how Mark does
all
it.
What a fucking shameful piece of dick.
It is how they do it. Their podcast is
Like
just
the 3 potatoes in the pod or whatever they are.
3 peens in a pod.
3 peens.
Yeah, it's a decent name.
Yeah, I get that.
But they just do it on Twitch or whatever while they're like playing bullshit games or whatever.
Fair enough.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I thought
But
so.
nobody gives a shit about us, so nobody's going to do that.
Almost certainly not. But hey, if anybody is interested in that, let us know.
But we're getting cool now. We're on the TikToks.
Yeah.
Look us up on the TikToks.
Whatever that is.
Hey, we're getting views. I don't
That
know.
just goes to show that you're not too geriatric to learn an old dog's trick. What?
to steal an old dog's tricks.
To what were we talking about?
Oh shit!
All
I'm
right,
pretty
Trav.
sure that just clipped.
I think I think you had a story that you wanted to talk about there, friend. Buddy.
Oh, yeah, the internet.
Oh yeah. Internet.
If you'll notice, the lighting's a little
Adventures.
different today.
Yeah, it's obviously very dark on my side of my face and whatnot, and Cody looks exactly the same. So,
And my shadows are in different spots.
Oh shit!
shadows. The consistency, it's gone.
Oh no!
Terrible.
What is it? Continuity.
Continuity's
Oh, yeah.
gone.
Continuity.
Fucking. So what the fuck happened with your stupid shadows? No.
Okay,
internet.
so yesterday evening, I was playing
evening.
World of Warcraft like I
Wow.
do,
as you do,
and
yeah.
contemplating actually making a
a TikTok about
YouTube
World
video,
War
but I
Warcraft?
didn't.
No.
No, I was actually gonna, which I might start a series. Darkwood, look out for that on Howie Games. How we doing, everybody? Anyway, so I was sitting there
advertising the
and
channel
playing.
on the channel.
Right. Already watching this
Yeah.
channel, but needs to advertise
Yeah,
the
it's
channel
cool.
on it.
Advertise a little bit more. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how we do it.
Sure.
We're reaching the limit of the Howie doings.
We are 5.5 minutes in.
That's the end of it. Okay.
All right.
But I, of course, had just purchased something in game.
Of course.
That you had, like, it's not a cash thing. It's like you get 5 tokens a week that let you run a certain dungeon.
Sure.
And it consumes a token when you run it. And I just gave one of these tokens up, and immediately the internet dies, because that's how that works, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yep. So I was like, okay, it's probably just an outage, and I'm Googling it on my phone, and there's nothing about Sparklight being out. And I'm like, okay, I'll go to sleep. It'll wake up in the morning and be better.
Usually.
So roll over, check my phone, and I still don't have internet. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? I call, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're part of an outage. And then they're like, oh, wait, no, you're not a part of an outage. And they couldn't figure it out. And naturally, I mean, because the first thing that everybody does when their internet goes out is you go over and you unplug the router.
Of course.
And you plug it back in.
That's what you do.
And you unplug the modem.
You too.
And
Right.
you plug it back in.
That's the official solution.
Did you unplug it?
Did you turn your device off and turn it back on again?
It's so fucking annoying. I hate those people. If I'm calling
Literal first question.
I already did that. I did it already if I'm calling you, because I'm not 6. All right?
Well, Cody, there's like some 90,000-year-old people that don't know what a plug is.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying, dude.
It's annoying, but it's also very true, because Jess worked for an internet company for a good long time. And that's exactly what she did, like 90% of the time. And she said 90% of the time they had not done that.
Wow.
And that's exactly what it took.
So
to
they're
get
the
internet back
reason
on.
that
They
I have
are.
to fucking deal with that every time I call the stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't trust you.
See,
Of course not.
They're like, well, can you do it
but
again?
what's
Just in case, let's just go ahead and do that one more time.
Fucking assholes.
what's funny though is I try to give them like a little bit of clues that I'm a little bit tech savvy, right?
Sure.
And I'll be like, so I already checked it, and I put in the IP on my computer for the modem and checked and made sure that the MAC address was right, and da 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 da, and it's all connected on there, and blah blah blah. And they're like, okay. Did you turn it off and turn it back on?
Yeah.
See, that's,
Okay, we'll go try it again. We'll go
That's-
do it again.
That's why I start each one of those conversations with, okay, so I unplugged it and left it unplugged
It
for a
doesn't
minute
matter.
and plugged it back in, and then I renewed the IP address.
They make you do it again.
Yeah, and then
They don't trust you.
They still make you do it
They
again.
don't trust you. It's stupid, because I've dealt with it. Because when I got the new internet, it was out like once or twice a
Immediately.
week for a fucking month. It was awful. And every time I'd call, well, did you unplug it? Yeah, I fucking did. I'm calling for the 5th time in 4 days. Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
And the last 4 times it was unplugged and plugged back in.
Yeah, and like if I didn't know that the first time, I definitely know it the 5th time that I'm calling you. I got
Yeah.
it now. Fuckers. God, this makes me angry.
So-
Go ahead. Sorry.
So they're like, okay, we don't see your modem online.
They never see the modem online either, by the way. Every time I've called, oh, we can't see it. Well, it's here. So I don't know what to tell you.
I definitely have.
Sorry,
a modem.
I'm yelling. I'm screaming. I'm sorry.
Cody is
But
passionate.
I was like, okay, because, you know, like you
Make
guys
it
know,
work.
my internet kind of goes in and out sometimes.
It
Like,
sure
it's really
does.
good when it's there, but it drops and then comes back and drops and then comes back.
Yeah.
It feels
And
like
so-
everyone's internet's been kind of shoddy recently, because mine
yeah.
has been rock solid for a long time, and like the last 2 months, it's kind of sucked.
Yeah.
So
Maybe everybody's staying home again. Who knows?
Yeah, but we give you money, make it work.
even when the whole stay-at-home thing was like in full swing and everyone was
Yeah.
actually at home, it was fine. You know, mine was fine.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Now it's starting to be a small pile of dicks. You know,
See, and
Just a
mine,
small
we
one.
went and we, I went out because they said that there might be a technician here sometime today initially, was the response I got.
I'm surprised.
you might get one.
by that. Every time I call and they're like, you want me to set up a tech? Oh, when could they come? Well, how's September? And it's like, December right now. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah, that'll work.
Fucking
I'll
assholes.
pay for a service for 6 months. And
Maybe
I'll
I
be
got
able to use
lucky.
it.
I don't know.
I think you did, because every time I try to set up a tech, it's like when I set up a fucking doctor's appointment. I waited 4 months for my last doctor's appointment. Got there, didn't take my insurance. Even though I tried to check a bunch of times beforehand if they took my insurance. It just goes back to people. It's just, if you get money for a thing, just do the thing.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So like if I gave you money, then give me my internet. That's how that should work.
Yep. But
it doesn't work that way. Shut up, Siri. Go ahead. Sorry. I'm very animated today. I'm going to let Travis talk. Go ahead.
So I went up to Best Buy and I grabbed a new modem because like this modem has been here 5-6 years.
1983. Before the internet.
I mean, 5-6 years is a decent lifespan for a modem. I mean, it's not here nor there, you know, and the modem's not in bad condition. It was turning on just fine, but there's no reason for me exclusively to just lose internet, right? So figured maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, right.
Of course.
So paid $120 for a new modem.
Fuck.
I got the Netgear one. It's really nice.
That's cool. You gonna return it?
Nope.
No.
Because their modem was the one I had, and I was renting it, and it was like $5-10 a month. So this actually saved me money in the long haul.
Yeah.
So I sent the modem back with the tech today. But plugged it in, called them, and I was like, hey, you know, I got this set up, and I'm seeing it on my network. I need to give you guys the MAC address to give it permissions. And they're like, okay, cool. We don't see your modem.
Did you unplug it and plug it back in?
They're like, could you try to? No, they did. They were like, could you try to unplug it? I'm like, it's brand new out of the box. It came unplugged, believe it or not. It wasn't on when I got it in the box.
It's weird. I bought it. It was already plugged in.
Yeah, I know. It was already plugged in and on. I was like, hey, aren't you supposed to unplug these and plug them back in?
Oh, that's funny.
Just to start.
But
it's never their fault.
Of course not.
It's always you.
So they just assume it's your fault. But I unplugged it and plugged it back in. And naturally, that didn't work again. So I did some investigating. Because at this point, I was like concerned that my tweaker neighbors might have like unplugged my internet somewhere and tried to plug it into their house somewhere because I could see them doing that. And
I wouldn't put it past them. I thought maybe Honey ate your internet.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking too, is like maybe the cord got damaged. But I looked at the cord, traced it all the way back to their little box, and then traced it up to the power pole. It looked fine. I was like, okay, this is definitely a them thing. Aaron, how come I can't hear you?
What'd you do?
Don't worry about it.
Just go on.
What?
He said, just go on.
Okay.
Can you hear? You can hear me, right?
Ew. Yes, I can kind of hear you. Well, I hear you good, but I hear Aaron every now and then in the background somewhere.
Just go on. Just do your thing.
So the technician shows up and he's talking to me and looking at the house, you know, because I live in kind of a shoddy neighborhood. He's like, so nobody tried to cut this or anything, right? I'm like, no, nobody's tried to cut it. I already checked. It's plugged into the wall. It's fine. And he's like, how's the cord look on the inside? It's not burnt or anything. I'm like, what do you think I'm doing in there? Like fucking smoking out of the cord? I mean, that's a good idea, but no, I didn't do that.
Smoking out of the cord.
And so I'm like, no, there's nothing wrong with the cord. I've double checked. He goes, okay. And so he goes over to my box and sits there with his little diagnostic machine and hooks it up to the line that's going to the telephone pole. He goes, huh. I'm like, what's that? He goes, there's no internet here.
No shit.
What? No way. Didn't know
like,
that.
Whoa, what? I thought it was there and I just couldn't suck it out of the line.
I couldn't taste it.
I couldn't smoke it out of the line. I tried inside. That's why my cord's all burned out.
I was gonna say. That's why it's all burned up. Tried to smoke it.
Check.
But yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, let me go look. And he goes and looks up and I'm watching him out there. And he's looking, marches up his little ladder, looks at the phone pole, jumps down, goes to the next phone pole, marches up his little ladder, jumps down, goes to the next phone pole. And he does this all the way down the fucking block, right?
Fuck.
Good Lord.
Till he gets to the one at the very end of the block. And I'm watching him, and he's looking at it, and it's a really tall one. And he gets his little ladder up to it, and it only goes about halfway.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, oh, what's it going to do now? See him pull out his phone. I'm watching him for a little bit. Here comes a cherry picker.
Oh, shit.
Dang.
And so I'm just kind of watching him like, wow, he just called a cherry picker. Like, this man summoned 1/4 to fix my internet.
It's pretty cool.
And him and this dude jump up in the cherry picker and go up there. I watch him screw a wire back together.
What?
Yeah, like a coax cable almost is what it looked like.
Mm.
My phone's ringing. Pick it up. It's him up in the cherry picker. He goes, yeah, your internet should be working now. I got a good signal up here.
Oh, man.
Like, really? That was it? And so I go back inside. Sure as shit.
Dude,
there it is.
It's always stupid things. When I was going through my bullshit with my internet for 8 years, fucking the last time that we had an issue with it, it kept shutting off at like 8 o'clock at night for whatever reason.
Just that was the end of the internet for the day.
Just be like,
it's a blackout time now,
and the tech told me like, oh, well, when it gets cold, the fucking thing, this happens to the wires and something. I'm like, well, that sounds all very made up and stupid. But okay, cool. And he's like, well, we fixed that, so it shouldn't do it again. Well, then the next night I did it again.
Of course.
So I call again and I get a hold of somebody.
See, we rubbed the wires with Vaseline and now they're going to be nice.
And I go through the whole thing, unplug it, fucking plug it back in.
Sure, yeah.
Do the whole bullshit. And then the guy goes, oh, well, you have like a holiday pause on your account. No, we don't. What is that? What is that? He's like, well, for a certain part of the season, we turn it off to, you keep your account, but you don't pay for it for that time. And that's what's happening. We have it off right now. He's like, well, can you make it?
Oh, I'd be
Can you make it go on, please? Because I want the internet.
I need my internet,
and
man.
you know what he tells me? Oh, we're going to take that off for you. And then it should be back on in 3 to 7 hours.
What?
Why does it take that long? And why is the window so large? 3 to 7? That's a big gap.
Some guy is sitting on a computer somewhere looking like, I don't want to click it yet.
Yeah, you guys.
Is it time to turn that guy's holiday bullshit off yet?
And what the fuck?
I don't wanna.
How did
it's
I get
only been 2.5
signed
hours. It's not 3 to 7
for a fucking holiday
you.
pause. What is that even? What?
Do I want to watch one Lord of the Rings movie or do I want to watch all of them?
Yeah, you guys fucking sitting there watching the stupid Hobbit movies instead of turning on my fucking internet.
Gets past the first one, it's like, I think I need another one.
So that's what was happening, though.
Mm-hmm.
It would just, every night, it would shut off at like 8. Well, it would kind of be there, but it'd be unbelievably slow that you couldn't use it for shit. And then once that happened, it was fine. It wasn't because it was fucking cold, internet guy.
They just make shit up.
I've never heard of that.
Well, I told Travis, and he's like, that sounds dumb. And I'm like, I don't even know dick about this stuff. And I heard it, and I
You
was
told
like,
me this before?
yes,
Sounds very dumb.
I think you have
I don't
CTE.
remember it at all.
Because, yes.
I have CTE.
We talked about it, I think, on stream, actually. But,
Oh, Lord.
yeah, because I even thought, like, this sounds very made up.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Oh, it's cold, so the cables don't work? I don't understand. I'm not the smartest guy, but, like...
You have a holiday pause, which means we get to take your money for no services. Merry Christmas to us.
Well, they said it was supposed to be like a less bill or whatever. I'm like, I'm paying a fucking $110 a month still. So what the fuck?
Was it a lesser bill?
No.
Like, did you get a lesser bill?
No. I paid $110 this whole time that I've been going through that shit.
That's called getting fucked, son.
Oh, I got fucked hard and I didn't even enjoy it. It was fucked up, dude. That's why I get so mad when you're telling the story about your internet, because it's like these people fucking suck at their jobs. I'm
actually pleasantly surprised with Sparklight, because once the tech came out, like, I might talk crap and like make it sound funny, like, oh, there's no internet. Yeah. He was actually stupid helpful. And
well, it sounds like your guy came out and fucking fixed it. Mine lasted for a month.
He's like, I'm not going to leave until it gets fixed. So,
well, that's good.
And he got extra brownie points because he saw my hat and goes, hey, for the Lions.
For the what?
For the Alliance.
Oh, I thought you said
World of Warcraft thing.
I thought you said Florida Lions. I was like, what is that?
No,
Like
for
you're
the
into a new
Alliance.
team now, a Florida Lions. What are they, like a cricket team or something?
They're actually a professional hopscotch team.
Professional ops. You know what's sad is I would watch that. I'd at least watch like the first season to see what happens on professional hopscotch.
Professional hopscotch.
I just love sports, man. I've been watching fucking Aussie rules football. That shit's insane.
Okay, I think the door's closed. Hold on. So I have another story if you guys want to sit through one.
Yeah, sure. So we're here.
You guys want to hear about how I like I was stared
Sure.
at by everyone in Walmart.
You know.
What did you do?
You
Did
wouldn't
shit
do
your
anything
pants?
that would be hilariously stupid. That's not
So
you.
as you guys know, have no shame.
Of course. Yeah.
And it's funny because this is about Alicia's Christmas present. One of them, and she's out in the other room,
All right.
but she can't hear me, so I'm going to
Nobody
tell
say
the story.
anything.
Nobody
Wolf.
tell Alicia.
Hush. Okay, go ahead.
'Kay.
We got you.
So,
Johnny D,
So-
don't say a fucking word.
damn you, Johnny D.
Fucking
But,
Johnny D's gonna ruin it.
So fucking, we were at Walmart the other day, me and Alicia, and there were the Mandalorian popcorn tins. And Alicia always, every year, gets a popcorn tin because I don't know why, but she likes the absolute worst treats ever. Like those little orange and black taffies at Halloween, like the shit that you usually find under your
Oh.
rug and shit. She loves those.
Nobody
favorite
likes
thing.
those.
Yeah,
I like
nobody.
candy
She
corn.
does.
Huh?
I like candy corn,
I like candy corn. Candy corn's good.
especially the October
Candy
one.
corn's good.
Yeah, candy
Yeah.
corn's awesome.
It's
That's
all
just-
like fucking candy
I
and
think
shit.
the hate for candy corn is fake.
It's not fake.
Yeah, I like candy corn.
it's
I'm talking
fake.
about those little black and orange taffies that everybody hates
Those
because
are
they're hard as a
gross.
rock.
But the people that are like, candy corn's like, it's just a bunch of sugar.
It
Tastes
is.
delicious.
It's straight up just sugar.
Doesn't, like, you're dumb.
Yeah, it's
You're trying
great.
to be cool.
It's fructose and like corn syrup. That's all it is.
yeah,
solidified.
These
It's
taffies
just
he's
hard.
talking about are not good.
Is it like the saltwater taffy?
No, not the good taffy. It's like the shit that you're not quite sure if it's taffy, and
They're
it's
in-
always peanut butter.
Yeah, and they're in like the plain wrappers, right?
Oh.
The plain wrappers with
Yeah,
like, no
like just
markings on
they're
it.
just orange and black. That's
Yeah.
all. One's orange, one's black. That's
Okay.
it.
Not
Fair enough.
good.
Yeah, she just likes those absolutely weird
Fair enough.
treats like that. But she's
Sometimes
like, I
the wrapper
really want
gets
one
like
of those
stuck to it,
Mandalorian
too, and you can't get
popcorn
it off.
tins.
And you
So
just have to eat a
you have
piece
to
of
eat
wrapper.
powder, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
yeah. You guys know now.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
But so the popcorn tins were set up on these.
Sorry.
Shall wait a minute? You
Sorry.
good?
Sorry.
You good?
It's just because it's so relatable. Oh, go ahead. Oh, fuck.
But they're set up on these pallets, right? Mm-hmm. With the popcorn tins,
Oh,
and they're
no.
like 6 deep
Oh no.
And they're
I
all
think I
sitting
see
on top.
where it's going.
of each other. And I
Yep.
come back like it's the Monday afterwards, and there's not one motherfucking Mandalorian popcorn tin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, son of a bitch. And so I go around, and they're pushed up next to the arm rails for Subway, like because
Yeah.
some places have a Subway. Well, they're pushed up against the arm rails for the Subway, right?
Sure.
And I actually have pictures of this because I'm going to show Alicia pictures when I'm done. But there was one Mandalorian tin left.
Okay.
And it was on the other side where those stupid bars were, on the very bottom.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sitting there looking at it like, okay, how heavy can that be?
Math running through his face. Travis is about to get a lesson in physics, isn't he?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that can't be that heavy.
All the numbers going by his head.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go over there and I try to just pull on it.
He's like,
That ain't going anywhere.
looking at it like, I should have gotten a structural degree.
Well, and like I'm trying
Why
not to
wasn't I
make
an
a scene, like,
engineer?
I'm looking around, because I have to walk into Subway to try to get it out.
Oh man.
Walk in there,
And I'm
order
looking
sandwich.
around, looking at everybody.
You
There's
gotta-
this
you're already
guy sitting at the table that, like, there's a chair in front of where the damn popcorn
course.
is. I have to move the chair, and I'm just like, there's a guy sitting at the table where the chair was, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I gotta get this.
There's
and
a
he's
guy
like, oh, it's
at
cool,
the
whatever.
table, and you're just at the table.
Yeah, there's a
being
guy
an
at the
asshole.
table. Yeah, I'm just at the table. Yep.
Oh wow.
Because I gotta get the popcorn tin.
Yeah, you got
I'm just picturing like a table, and there's a guy sitting, because they always have like the propped up tables, right? And the guy's sitting at his chair eating a sandwich, and Travis is like crawling under and like trying to be sneaky
Get up
about
on
it.
his feet.
Yeah, he's just trying to be sneaky about it, and then like he bumps his foot, and the guy looks under, and you're like, sorry.
Don't mind me.
I'm just trying to get some
I
popcorn.
let him know that I was going under there. Like, I was like, hey,
my
I need
God.
that. I'm gonna go under there. And he's like, cool, it's good. And so I moved the table over there, and I tried just pulling it out, and ain't moving. Ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, this can't be that heavy. And I try to pick it up a little bit. Those weigh so much.
Yeah.
Anything in large
6
amounts
pallets of
weighs a
popcorn.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 pallets of popcorn is a heavy thing. And so I'm sitting there looking at it, like figuring out what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you need
And the
help
first
at that
thing I
point.
figure, no, the first thing I figured out what I'm going to do is because it's sitting on cardboard, right? And it's got a little lip. So to make this easier, we got to cut a hole for the popcorn tin to come out, right?
Okay,
So
sure,
now
sure.
I sit down on the floor at this point, and Indian style underneath the table.
I think that's offensive
Bust-
at this point. I think it's crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce. Yep. Oh, okay. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting under there, and I get my keys out off my car keys, right?
Yeah.
And I use them as a saw.
You have become
Just
Walmart.
Start
Why?
to start.
I just want to know why everything is so hard for Travis.
Because I had to get the popcorn tin.
Okay, so you're sawing cardboard at this point.
Yeah, an associate comes over and
Yeah.
looks like I see them look at me, and I was pointing at the tin, and I was like, "Okay," and he's like, "Oh yeah, go for it." Walks off. I'm like, "You
Yeah.
motherfucker."
Well, you didn't ask for help. You were already
Well,
sawing.
no,
I'm
I
not helping
motion. I
crazy
made the
sawing
motion,
guy.
and like I didn't think it was the I'm good. I'm trying to get this thing motion. I thought it was the can you help me
You're
get that
Travis.
motion?
Think of what he's looking at. You're a grown man sitting crisscross applesauce in a subway, reaching through bars, right? With your keys out, sawing cardboard to get a popcorn tin. I'm not helping you.
May I provide you with a prospect of an idea that may have solved your issue in a way that was less embarrassing?
I wonder if it's the same as mine.
What's that?
Order it online.
Well, no, actually, we'll save
And-
the solves for the end.
Get roadside pickup.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That way they just you drive up, they
Although
put it
I
in
don't
your
know
car.
if you can pick the tin at that. They might just grab one
See,
for you.
I did try that, and you could pick the tin, but it was out of stock.
Yeah. See, I would have just asked somebody that works there to get it for me.
Yeah.
Because they would have to, because they get paid money to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had a much more creative solution. So,
Yeah, you did.
I sawed a little section
Okay.
with my keys out of the side of this little bit of cardboard there, and
Right.
ripped it off, and
Because
then
of course
stuffed it
you did.
underneath there, so I didn't have to throw it away.
Because of course you did.
Then what I did
Oh my
is I
God.
got and I tried to lift it up from there. I couldn't lift it up. So directly
What do you
above,
think
because
you
they
did
were
to start
all
doing that?
in little columns, right? So I started removing popcorn tins
Oh.
and stacking them next to me
You went that way with it.
that were directly above the popcorn tin that I wanted to relieve pressure from that popcorn tin, right?
Okay.
So I started removing them, and I got to about 4. So I had 4 popcorn tins stacked up inside a Subway next to me. And I have pictures of this, by the way. I have pictures
So we believe it.
on my phone.
I absolutely believe that
We
you would
know
do
you.
this. No doubts.
And so I had 4 stacked up, tried to move it, couldn't do it. And I was like, buddy, we're going for the full 6. Because the ones that I moved out were a lot easier because there were no popcorn tins on top of them. So I got all of them out, but the last one on the very bottom was hard to move because there was the cardboard pallet on top of it, right?
Sure.
And so I'm looking around, and people are definitely starting to watch. Like, people are eating their sandwiches, just kind of like chewing their cud, looking at
one guy has got his phone, he's recording.
Yeah.
You know?
You're the entertainment. You're the dinner show at this point.
I'm surprised nobody pulled out their phone. I'm kind of offended that nobody did, really.
Offended.
I'm at Walmart, and I'm making a fool of myself. Why isn't anyone videoing me?
You're at Walmart.
Yeah.
We know that's gonna happen.
I guess that's not surprising, is
Just
it?
usually, I'm not that guy, but you're that guy.
Yep.
So
hey, I'm not making anything inconvenient for anybody else. I'm figuring out my own
except
problems,
for
okay?
the guy who's got you fucking banging into his shins while he's eating a fucking chicken club. That
No,
guy,
by this point he done left.
he had to finish his
he's-
goddamn sandwich with you sitting on his lap.
No, he didn't. He moved over to the next table.
Oh, good
You
on
made him move.
I'm glad
and he was
did,
just
though.
trying to enjoy his cold cut combo.
I am trying to get a popcorn tin for my wife, okay?
With
yeah.
his baked lays
His
and his light lemonade.
light lemonade, yep.
Which is not light at all. I'm just going to throw that out there.
9 grain wheat bread.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I do like that, though.
1 cheesecake cookie. Because you got to treat yourself.
No, you can't do that.
You gotta
one, 'cause
treat
that's too
yourself.
much.
Of course.
You have to treat yourself. He already did good. He's got the light lemonade.
Right, yeah.
He's got baked lays.
Yeah, sure.
He's got a cold cut combo. He's doing good.
Yeah.
He earned that cookie.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the logic that people take too. Like,
It
you're
is,
100% right.
absolutely.
It's, that's how people think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I serve people food and they get a fucking double Western. This is bread, barbecue, right? Bacon, cheese, right? Onion rings, right? Of course.
Yeah.
A large fry or onion rings or Crisp cuts or something awful with a shit ton of honey mustard in the bag.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But then they get a large
And then a Diet
Coke.
Coke.
Diet Coke.
The
Diet
Coke's got to
Coke.
be a diet.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because they earned it.
Yeah.
At that point, they earned all the other food
Right.
by getting the Diet Coke.
The Diet Coke's a little too much. Yeah, the Coke is a little too much. But if you go diet, that saves the
and
whole
I
meal.
hate the people that do all that and then get half Coke, half Diet Coke. Just get
I've never
a
seen
Coke
that one.
all the time, dude.
Really?
All the time. Half Coke, half Diet Coke.
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
You're not
Usually it's
helping
one way or the
yourself
other.
by doing that at all. But go on. Sorry.
So the palette on top of the last one, the one I'm trying to get, is so firmly placed against the lid of this thing that I can't pull it out. Like, it's pinched in between it. So we've already discovered how we can get rid of cardboard.
Why didn't you try sliding it?
I did.
Like the momentum.
That's what I mean.
You
It
should
was
be
like,
able to, you should be able to wiggle that son of a bitch
You
out
think
there.
so?
no, you'd think so. It was fucking in there, and I tried pulling it, and it started to dent, and I'm like, I can't ruin it. That ruins the whole thing.
Right, yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, no.
So,
Yeah.
So I get my keys back out, and I start sawing away
Yeah.
Back
at
to the
this
key saw.
last pallet there.
Keep
And it's a key saw, and I cut a hole out of the top for the popcorn to be ejaculated
so you're just
through.
stop. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something here. Sorry. You need to stop using ejaculated in a common sense the way you've been trying. He does this on my streams. Every time he wants to use anything that could kind of use that word, he throws ejaculated in there. But when you hear the word ejaculated, you think of one fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right? You don't think of what he's talking about. It doesn't work in the context. You need to stop.
Hashtag normalize ejaculate.
Fuck.
Of course.
Okay, go on. Sorry. We need an intervention for this guy at this point. Me, Dalton, Johnny D. You can come.
Sure.
That's a poor choice
But
of
I
words.
finally pulled this Mandalorian popcorn tin
Good for
out
you.
from the bottom
By
through
just
this hole, right?
destroying their entire thing.
and he's just
Well, I
going to leave it
put
there.
everything back,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Except for that one there because like I couldn't
That one
do it.
there.
There was a hole in the cardboard now.
Oh, yeah, you can't fix that. Oh, man.
And I threw away the cardboard, and I walk out of Subway with my head held high.
Yeah, mission
And I go
accomplished.
to check out with this thing. And the associate that was like by the self-checkout was watching me apparently the whole time. And she goes, that was impressive.
No, it wasn't.
The
The stupidity
She
might
thought
have
it
been
was.
impressive.
I was like, I did it for my wife, and I guarantee she was like, just
I
turned
did
on
it
by
for-
that.
Oh, I'm sure. Walmart lady just went home thinking about you.
Oh, yeah.
She was like 60 years old,
Well, then maybe she did.
blonde hair, kind of wrinkly, but she was like, that's the hottest thing I've seen all
60,
day.
I mean, gotta be wrinkly.
Sure. Yeah.
Why didn't you just ask for help?
I don't know.
Because I've
Well,
had
because
that
that's
same,
embarrassing, Cody.
I've had that same situation where you want something that's like in the middle of a thing that's huge and stacked or whatever, and you can't just get it out by yourself. So I just get somebody to help me, and like I've had the associate, whatever they call him, Walmart guy, stand next to me, and I just fucking both hands it, lift it up as much as you can, and they slide it out. It's not that big of a deal.
But Travis likes to make things...
Because if you put both hands, you can get enough room to, you just need a little bit.
Yeah.
Slide it out.
Or you could take your keys.
And yeah, it's been 25 minutes, ruin a guy's fucking lunch. And fucking,
That was actually more like 30 minutes. Yeah, 30, 35, somewhere in there.
I
was there for a
imagine
minute.
that would take a while.
It did.
And you ruined a man's lunch.
All for some popcorn.
No, it's for the tin. Because it could have gotten the popcorn in any of the tins.
That's true.
It was for the tin, not the popcorn.
Well, it had
What are you gonna
little
do with
baby
the tin?
Yoda on it.
What are you going to do
You
with the tin? You can keep your toys in it?
Gonna paint it.
Paint it.
No, she's probably going to eat the popcorn and go,
Could've
oh,
gotten
that
tin.
was cute, and throw it away.
You're going to eat the popcorn, throw it away?
Probably.
Why don't you just get the one with puppies on it?
Because she wanted that one.
The puppies are cute.
Baby Yoda.
And his name is not Baby Yoda, everybody.
It's Grogu.
Isn't it like Gorgo?
Did they give
what
him
is
a
it?
real name now?
Grogu.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Grogu.
But even
Grogu.
before he had a name, it was the child. It was not Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it was never Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like a baby and he
Does.
looks like a Yoda. It's a Baby Yoda. It's not a name, it's a description.
That is ignorant,
It's racist, is what it is.
You being ignorant.
Whatever his people are called.
which has
Yeah,
also
you
nothing
don't
to
even
do-
know because there's not, maybe
They
that's
never
him.
said it, right?
How do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know that that's not Baby Yoda?
Yeah,
Yes,
I do.
because his name's Grogu.
Yeah.
Maybe Yoda forgot his name.
I hate you.
No, his name is actually Grogu. We
Fucking hate
know
you
that his
so
name's
much.
Grogu.
Maybe you forgot.
What
his
if it's
name.
Yoda that got young and then amnesia?
Sure.
And developed a different name.
Yeah. Sure. It's fine.
Well, I mean,
Came
do
back
you
from the
trust,
dead.
Do you really trust that lady with the squid head?
Squid head.
Yeah, she's got squid tentacles on her head.
I don't know who we're talking about. I haven't seen these episodes, so I don't even know.
Well, she's got zebra squid tentacles on her head, and she told Mando that she could talk to Baby Yoda, and that Baby Yoda told her its name is Grogu.
Why are we talking about this? Why is this a conversation we're having?
Spoilers.
How do you know that those tentacle zebra things on her head don't mean she's a drug addict?
All right, shut up, Travis.
She's
You
talking
had a
to fucking
story, right?
hallucinations.
You told me that there was a story that you were saving.
I was working on it, but I was letting Travis talk about his
We're done with his
His
adventures
squid-
at Walmart, but
his horrible description of what was going on there.
he's just going to defend everything to the death. That's what Travis does.
Of course.
He can't be wrong.
It's because I'm not. I mean,
Exactly. I know. That's why I'm saying there's no point in fighting it. You're always right.
Yep.
huh?
And
Okay.
I am always hungry.
What is the story? You were going to tell me in the car and then you saved it.
Hungry.
No. It's not. No, you need to. If I set you up for a story,
You still
gotta
have
come with a
20 ass
story.
minutes.
Oh, you got plenty. I
20
gave you plenty of stories.
20 ass minutes.
20 whole ass minutes. You need to just come on,
Okay.
story it up.
So earlier today, I sent both of these gentlemen a link for a watch.
Oh
Yeah.
you did.
I didn't watch it.
And it wasn't. Was that on purpose? Because if
No.
No, it wasn't.
God damn it.
It was not a video. It was a link to a watch. Not to watch. Fucking dumbest human. He's the dumbest human. He's a nurse, everybody. That man is in charge of people's lives.
Every day, this man makes choices that could save or kill people.
And that's what we're dealing with.
It's disturbing.
It's bad.
Truly
That's
disturbing.
why I can't sleep at night. Fuck me. All right. That was...
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, that's amazing. So, yes, you did send us... I did click on it, and it was...
It was a watch.
I was confused as to why you sent it to me until you told me a little bit, but yeah.
So that link was to a website selling a watch. This watch, are you done?
No, you have to just push through. This is what we do on our
Yeah, just
streams.
go.
Sometimes we just can't stop. So,
It's a listing for a watch that says Rolex on it. And in every way you could possibly conceive, it looks like a Rolex. Obviously, we're talking about a fake Rolex here, and it's a Rolex Daytona. Now, the Daytona is like,
beach.
it is, it's in a reference to, the race.
Randy Daytona?
Yeah, it's like
Right near the beach.
the Daytona 500, super freaking famous race. And back in the 50s, 60s, something like that, they came up with that design where it's got like multiple dials on there. It looks like a race car.
Is that what it's supposed to look like?
Yes, like the dials on a race car when you're like, ding, you go vroom vroom.
Now, when you
your
say
word
that,
for it.
I just picture a man in a business suit in his office wearing the watch, and like nobody's around, but he's like, vroom, vroom,
vroom vroom vroom. Back in the 60s, he's like, I paid $45,000 to be like vroom vroom. So that was the drop right there. Is a Rolex
That's how much
Daytona.
it cost when it came out?
No, there's no way in the 60s it was 45.
No.
grand.
That's what they cost now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was like,
Okay,
what?
I thought it became like something like, oh, this is a really rare watch, so now it's $45,000.
Well, kind of. There's a pre-Daytona that if it was in rose gold, it'd be like $100,000.
Good
Lord.
Yeah,
a watch.
The pre-Daytona is a Rolex that it looks like the Daytona, but it's not called the Daytona yet. So they call them the pre-Daytonas, and
so it's like Superman when he was fucking Action Comics.
Yeah, sure.
It's the same thing. I'm right.
I believe you.
It's Detective Comics and it's Batman. I get it. I mean, making it relate to my brain. All right.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
like watches, they're dumb.
But yeah, Eric Clapton got them very famous because he has a pink, a rose gold pre-Daytona Rolex, and he wears it all the time.
That guy's cool.
He's really cool.
Yeah.
And so now that one's super famous. So any of them that you find that are actually real, they're worth a lot of money. Anywhere from $75,000 to like $150,000.
I mean, that is so much money.
It's
I wish I
crazy.
could find one.
Just find it on the street.
Just find one on the street, man.
Pop open your Mandalorian.
Well, yeah,
tent. Maybe
like
it's in there.
some people have a watch in which they could pay off all of my school debt.
Some people have a watch. Are you with me?
Let me make sure I can go slow enough for you to understand what's going on here. Does people have a watch?
Oh,
That's the shirt. That's the shirt for the episode. Some people have a watch.
I would wear the fuck out of that shirt, dude.
Oh God!
Some people have a watch. That's my favorite.
Full stop.
I need to make a note because I need to call this episode "Some People Have a Watch." Oh boy, that's my favorite.
I do want to finish the rest of what I was
that's
talking
true,
about, though.
That is insane. What he was saying. That some guy has one of those things that could just pay off his whole life. His debt. He'd be fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With one stupid
I'd have
watch.
like $60,000 left over.
Right.
I would have more than that because I don't have debt.
Which is a major plus.
Fair enough.
So here's the thing: is the link that I sent to these guys was a link to a watch that was still expensive for a watch,
But it was a reproduction, right?
but it's a fake one, right? I need to go pull out steak.
Oh, that's a bad time.
Give me 2 seconds.
I can't tell your story.
It's a
Cody,
fake
just
one,
keep-
right?
just roll with it.
It's about $700 for a watch, right?
Which is still a lot.
It's a lot of money for a
That
watch.
some people
right?
have.
That some people have. Yeah, absolutely. But so it's $700 for a watch. But you go in and you look at this watch and you're like, oh fuck, being a pawnbroker, a person who deals in watches and gives out people. If you had a real Daytona and you walked into my store and you're like, hey, I need to borrow some money, I'll come back and get it, we would very likely give you somewhere in the realm of $4,000 to $5,000 for a Daytona. For sure. And if you
easy enough, you probably get more than that, right?
It's totally possible. Depends on the customer. If they look like they're going to fuck us over, then we're not going to give them as much, obviously.
So, like, if it was a pre-Daytona, like $100,000 watch, and they're like, "Hey, I need some money," and like, let's say that they looked trustworthy, what would you guys do for that person? Like, what's
so
the max
looking
that you
trustworthy
could conceive?
and backing that information up
Or
with
if it's a customer that's been there.
that if there's a guy that comes
be
in
the mic if we're doing a fucking recording. Sorry.
now if there's a guy who's coming here a lot and we do trust him and we know that he's coming back for him, whatever we think we're going to sell it for, we'll give him like up to 70 to 75% of that.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So
if you know the guy.
Yeah, like there's a guy named Mike McCready, never lost a thing.
Old man McCready.
Yeah, and he's never lost anything. And literally, that man could walk in with a rock, and we'd give him like $20. I was like,
But
you need $20? There you go.
But you do know he's the ghost that haunts the carnival.
Yes,
It's old man McCready that's doing it.
but I mean, if he walked in with a Rolex that was worth $75,000, we'd give him $60,000.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question: do you guys write a check, or do you actually keep cash
Cash.
like that?
You have 60,000.
No, we do not.
Okay, I was gonna say
Unrelated. Where's your work?
unrelated. How many people are there in the morning?
But yeah, we could have the cash for him by the next
That's
day.
fucking so
That's
much
insane.
money. That's dumb.
But with
Old
that
man
being
McCready's
said,
rolling in it, man.
Old man McCready.
with that being said, there is a watch you can buy online
Yep.
that is $700
Right.
that looks
Like one of
fucking
those.
identical. Down to the movement, the actual inside. You open the watch up to where that's usually the spot where you go, "Hey,
Oh my
that obviously this is a fake now because I've seen a lot of fakes.
Right.
It's my job, And you open it up and like, oh shit, the movement looks the same. Oh
Shit.
no, it moves and it runs exactly the same way.
Completely unrelated. Can I borrow $700?
So
Please.
did they like just manufacture this that well? Like
It's
in
done.
just cheaper materials?
Nope, same materials. Here's the thing: it's
Then why is it not $70,000 watch or $40,000 watch?
okay. There's a couple of reasons, and I can start to break that down. But I do need to pull the steaks out of the oven. I will be right back. I will carry on this conversation in about 40 seconds.
Okay, 40 seconds.
Okay, first thing,
Okay.
why are the steaks in the oven?
Because they're making oven steaks.
That's weird.
Not really. You cook the steak in the oven and then you sear it on the pan.
I was going to say, usually what I've done is, like sear it on the pan to trap the juices inside and then throw it in the oven to, like, if you want it a little more cooked.
Well, I think you can do either way, right?
'Cause I think
know-
you can, but I like it
Last time I
seared
cooked
first.
steak, I did it
Keeps the juices in.
the way he's doing it. I did it in the oven, then seared it.
I've actually got fairly decent at pan frying steaks. Alicia's actually pretty fucking good at it too.
I'm so
but-
bad at pan frying a steak. Like, it'll be charcoal.
See,
but somehow
if
not
you
done
want
in
one
the middle.
medium rare, then I can cook it on a pan. If you want it like medium, it's got to go in the oven.
Yeah, well, mine will be charcoal on the outside and bleeding on the inside. So,
You're getting it too hot. You got to
You
do
think?
a really low heat.
you think I'm getting it too hot,
Yeah, no,
buddy?
I
Is that
know.
why it's burnt?
Yeah, too hot. Too fucking hot. I know.
Is that old man McCready? Oh, it's too hot.
Yeah, the old man McCready.
I don't know why
Told me
he-
one time some people have watches.
I don't know why he trusts old man McCready. If somebody came in and said, "Hi, I'm old man McCready," I'd be like, "Get out of my store." Like, you're obviously
fake person.
You're obviously either a fake person or you're the guy that throws rocks at the kids as they ride their bike on the sidewalk.
If that was old man McCready and he was throwing rocks at the kids, I would come over after work to throw rocks at the kids.
With old man McCready.
Yeah. I'd hang out, have a beer on old man McCready's porch and throw rocks at the kids.
I think if we live anywhere near each other when we're both old, we're gonna be old man McCready.
That's going to be that's going to be a
We're
bad
both-
time for the entire neighborhood.
Oh my god!
I was getting ahead of myself
We're
there.
both gonna be on the porch in rocking chairs with some sweet tea. Travis gonna have a shotgun in his lap.
Hell yeah.
And we're just going to throw rocks at teenagers. That's what we're going to do.
And I'll sell you the shotgun. So,
There you go.
We'll both be like fucking dementia ridden though, and I'll forget which one's the gun and which one's the rock.
Shoot a teenager. Holy fuck.
And that's how we go to jail.
Well, we're already almost dead.
So
anyways, Old Man McCready
because they'll ask us.
Yep.
Okay, go. Yeah, Old Man McCready, go
past
ahead.
that.
We're past that. We're never going to be past
here's
that.
the thing is, all right, obviously you can buy a watch for $700. It looks very, 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 very similar.
Most pawnbrokers.
Yeah. And so I'm looking and I'm trying to find these fucking differences, right? Because I'm on a website called Chrono24. So if you ever actually wanted to buy a real high-end watch, that's the website to go through. It's all verified purchases. They're all verified watches. And like, oh my God, there's some beautiful watches on there.
That's cool.
And but if you need some source pictures of real watches, there you go. They have really good pictures of really, that they're real watches.
Yeah.
So so I'm pulling up the picture of this thing and the picture of this thing, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because like there's a lot of really bad fakes out there. I've seen a lot of really bad fakes, and there's a lot of fakes out there that are like you can buy them for like $50 or something like that, and they look awful. But to anyone looking at your hand, like, oh, cool, Rolex, it's like whatever.
I wouldn't know.
Have you ever had anybody come in with a really bad fake
I'm
and
sure.
be like, "This is real"?
And then they act flabbergasted when you say it's fake.
They were so many times I've had people. It's that just happened. As a matter of fact,
I knew it.
Something like that. Except for I could tell this guy was like he paid some money.
Oh no!
It wasn't a Rolex. It was a Cartier bracelet.
You mean Cardi B?
I was gonna say, you beat me to it. I wanted that joke. I wanted that joke so bad.
He paid $1,000 on the Vegas Strip, and that's immediately a red flag.
He bought it on the Vegas Strip.
Usually you
he
don't
bought
buy
on the
anything
strip
but cocaine
from
on
a
the
guy who was like he looked distraught. No, he looked distraught. He's like, I just lost all my money. And I just need something to get me home.
I don't feel bad for this guy anymore because he's an idiot.
Yeah. And so he bought the thing off for $1,000, and it's an awful fake. Just
it's
miserable.
worth like $5.
It's worth nothing. It's a piece of steel that says Cartier on it, and that's all it is.
Steel. Well, the steel will get you a couple bucks.
What is a Cartier? Oh, it's a bracelet. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Watch thing.
And it's just a little bracelet. It's a cuff bracelet basically, and it's bad. It's stamped for 18 karat gold, and it's magnetic, which is not a good sign.
Dude.
But yeah, and like he looked just because the way he was handling it, he had it all in like a nice little cloth and everything.
Boy.
And he like opened the cloth and wanted to hand it to me. And as soon as he opened the cloth, I was like, oh no. Look, this is not good, dude. It's like a big fake diamond, and the diamond looked awful.
And you feel bad because you got to tell him.
I do, and I'm like, oh man, I can't take this. And he's like, why? It's like
it's fake as shit.
And I'm like, it's just got a couple of red flags for me.
See, I'd be just too blunt.
He's like, so it's fake?
At that point, you got to be blunt, man. You got to be like, this is fake.
This is so fake.
The only time I go into that mode is when people obviously don't care. They're like, oh, like the lady walked up. She's like, I didn't know if this thing was real or not. I'm like, no, it's not. She's like, you can tell? And I'm like, yeah.
See, it's made out of plastic. That's your first,
This is a piece of paper that says Rolex on it.
You brought me lined paper that says Rolex. You didn't even draw our hands or anything. Like,
it just says Rolex.
Right.
It's got to be worth something.
It's like another watch that they like scraped the name off of and wrote in Sharpie, Rolex.
It's a piece of tape. But this one will fool you, huh?
Yeah. So I've kind of decided that I think I might get it just out of principle.
Just to trick somebody.
No.
Give a quick 20 grand.
I'm going to be like, yes, I know that the thing is fake. For one, it's a beautiful watch. Okay. It's a freaking really cool watch, but I want to open it and I want to understand exactly, because I'm going to have to, at some point in time, give a lot of money away for a Rolex. And it could be the difference between having a job and not having a job.
Right.
And I want to be like...
Will they fire you for that?
If you give someone $4,000 for a fake Rolex, they're going to be unhappy.
Yeah, but like, what if they can't tell it's a fake Rolex?
Well, I mean, if it's like a super good one, but no, those guys are really good. Like my boss, Josh, he could tell through a picture, like when something just looks off, and he'll know. And he's seen so many.
He's psychic.
Basically. Yeah, he's watch psychic.
He's the worst X-Man. he's the guy that doesn't get to go on missions.
So here's the thing, though, is
so hold on. Instead of buying the damn watch, I mean, unless you just want it, that's a different story.
No, I definitely would love a Rolex also, and I've looked into it before, and even like a cheap, a quote unquote cheap Rolex runs like $3,000 or $4,000, right?
I was going to say, why don't you just have him point out what makes it fake?
Yeah, that would make sense. If he knows so much.
But
Mr. Watch Psychic.
There's like, I've already gone through all like the training for what it is, you know, like, hey, here's obvious fakes and here's how to do it and so on and so forth. That can only get you so far. You need to see good fakes. Because I've seen a lot of fakes that are just stupid, you know, but I haven't seen any good ones.
Is a fake a fake of a fake?
It's like...
They're faking a fake?
It's a bad fake. It's bad fake.
I thought they were just faking a fake watch.
Well, that would probably lead you to a bad fake, though.
Probably.
It's like copying a copy.
Yeah. The copy of the copy is never as good as the copy.
No.
I wonder if the guys that made these fake watches made the ballots, too.
Right.
Definitely.
So here's the thing is, it's still illegal to buy a fake watch.
Right.
So these are coming from China, obviously. You know, it's some tiny factory in well, not even factory. It's probably some dude's house with a bunch of people there because they have to stay mobile.
People?
Because they're going to try.
Children.
Maybe.
7-year-olds are making this watch.
But I want to get one so I can have one in my hands. For one, the watch is cool as shit.
Right.
There's a reason why people pay $40,000 for this watch. It's cool, right? But I want to.
That's the reason. I think they're stupid.
Well, I mean, they're stupid and they have too much money.
Yeah, too much money. But if I had too much money, I'm not buying a $40,000 watch.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, if I had that much money, I'd buy a Charizard.
Oh, that's stupid too.
Yeah. Everyone has their different versions of stupid. Anyway, I want to get this watch, but you know, it's illegal. You know.
Yeah.
It's technically I'd be purchasing something on the black market.
Right.
And
so the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think I might get myself a black market high-end fake Rolex for Christmas.
Why not, dude?
You know what?
Why not?
For one, it's a cool as shit watch, and I really do. I want to open it and I want to like be able to tell for sure, like, hey, this is what the highest, because I researched it for a long time actually to find what is like the highest end fake Rolex you can get.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm. And this is it.
Wow.
And
that's insane.
However,
really
that would
good.
be a real big mouthful of a Christmas song. All I want for Christmas is a high-end Rolex from China that's not actually a Rolex. It's made by children and for $700 in a mobile sweatshop.
Sweatshop.
So everyone can hate me,
Christmas
Or my tooth front teeth.
or my two front teeth. But everyone can hate me for buying sweatshop merchandise, but that's okay.
I don't think our audience
that's okay.
is gonna hate you.
Also, I don't think there's they're probably certainly underprivileged people, but I don't see kids putting together like very delicate watches.
Have you seen the kids that make the Nikes? They do good work.
They do good work.
Don't discount these kids' abilities to make fake shit, man. They're good at what they do.
Fair enough.
These kids are amazing.
Anyway, the only thing is
you
I need
see the
to
little
find that
Chinese
episode of the
gold
Modern
sellers
Rogue
Wow, they
where they get the burner cards.
Yeah.
Because I am definitely not giving them my credit card information.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
So are you going to set up a dummy card or?
Yep.
I definitely cut out. I couldn't hear you.
Yes, I am setting up a dummy card for sure because I do not want them to have my credit card information.
No, yeah.
And I've done a lot of research into into how to go about this in a way that isn't stupid, other than the fact that it is stupid.
It's completely stupid.
Yeah, but so I might
I've bought so much fake shit, dude. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you bought that's fake?
Shoes.
Oh.
But those are from like the flea
Jordans?
markets and shit. Yeah, fake. They weren't Jordans.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think something of this caliber is a lot different.
A little bit, but I mean, you're buying shoes that are like,
I mean,
a few $100 that you're buying them for like $5.
right?
So
Yeah, there's specific Jordans out there that are very expensive, like $800-900.
Yeah, the ones I
cases.
got were Pumas, were these fake like limited edition Pumas.
Mm-hmm.
They were cool.
Yeah,
they're fine. I mean, I got them for like $10.
I mean, but like a Rolex that you cannot tell the difference, I think is a lot different. I mean, kind of like ballots that you can't tell the difference, and kind of like if Bernie was fake.
Bernie, you can't say that. Bernie's
also
not fake.
The other big thing is I need
Bernie's
to
the
learn
worst.
why this is fake and be able to tell the difference. It's a learning experience for me
Convince
too.
yourself that that's why you're doing it.
It is
a good call.
Mm-hmm.
It's half of it.
There you go.
It really is half.
So when the FBI knocks down your
Next
door,
things is gonna. It starts with
They
a
don't do
fake
that.
watch, then it's gonna go to the fake amps.
If
fake
right,
yeah,
So,
are the fake watches
literally-
like a gateway fake?
perhaps. Although the fake,
Then he's
amps
gonna
would
get
just
fake
sound like
guitars.
shit.
He's gonna end up with an air
You
guitar.
wouldn't- Yeah, you wouldn't want a fake air guitar.
But
It's like,
literally-
dude, I just paid $14,000 for this air guitar.
air guitar. So here's the thing.
And so
is
they're like,
my Christmas.
Yeah.
My Christmas was either going to be
Another amp.
another amp or this watch, and my
Or a
logic,
fake watch.
and I just I'm like, man, I got 3 amps,
Right?
and I'm like, do I?
You don't have a fake watch.
I don't have a fake watch.
I don't have a fake
Guys,
watch.
I obviously need a fake watch.
obviously choice.
Go with the fake watch.
I'm going with the fake watch.
Yeah. While you're at it, give me some fake Jordans.
By the way, Howie Games does not endorse the buying or selling of fake products.
No, of course not.
Don't do that. But some people have watches, and now
fuck.
Aaron will be one of those people.
That is amazing. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, go for it.
There's a whole community dedicated to reproduction watches too.
Yeah.
Those are those people. Some people who have watches.
Those are the people that have watches.
Some people have watches. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh,